This afternoon, we're celebrating some of the best and most exciting work happening in museums across the UK today. Museums Change Lives is at the heart of the Museums Association's vision for our sector. We believe that every museum has the potential to make people's lives better by improving their health and well-being, by creating better places for people to live, work and visit, and by helping people to engage, debate and reflect on the issues that we face today as a society. This year, that work's more important than ever. Museums across the UK have pulled the stops out to support our communities during the COVID-19 crisis, even while our own organisations have been closed. It's been a hard time for everyone, and yet we've been overwhelmed by the amazing examples of work that have been nominated for this year's Museums Change Lives Awards. We had a record number of submissions and our judges had a particularly tricky time. A very warm thanks to our panel. But now we're ready to reveal the winners of the Museums Change Lives Awards 2020. We have 4 awards to hand out this afternoon. 1 award is for an individual who's made a huge difference to the sector, and 3 are awards for institutions who are also doing amazing things. So without further ado, let's get started. The first award we're presenting is the Radical Changemaker Award. This is an award for the individual who's made the greatest impact in the sector by driving forward one or more of the key themes of Museums Change Lives. There are so many possible candidates for this award, but today we've whittled it down to just 3. The first nominee is Aditi Anand, Head of Creative Content at the Migration Museum. Aditi's work in the museum sector explores often uncomfortable themes of migration, identity and belonging. Most recently, she oversaw the transformation of a large former H&M store in Lewisham shopping centre into a temporary migration museum in less than 2 months, establishing a high-quality, relevant exhibition on the doorstep of a diverse community with high rates of economic deprivation. Second on the shortlist is Norma Gregory. Norma's a heritage creative who curates diverse exhibitions and heritage projects. She created Digging Deep, now part of the Black Miners Museum, which presents and preserves the underexplored experiences, memories and legacy of former coal miners of African Caribbean heritage. The works led to significant change in the representation and understanding in this area. Norma also founded the social enterprise Nottingham News Centre in 2013. And finally, we have Sadia Habib, Shared Cultural Heritage City Coordinator at Manchester Museum. Sadia's work challenges the stereotype that young people do not engage with heritage, engaging with youth and community groups and schools in groundbreaking ways. She set up Manchester Museum Young Collective, 30 young people from diverse ethnic and cultural backgrounds who she supports to produce events and social action campaigns. She's radically changed Manchester Museum's policies and practices through youth-led engagement, and young people now play a significant role in recruitment, most recently helping to select the designers for the upcoming South Asia Gallery. What a fantastic shortlist. Now, to find the winner, I'm going to hand over to Gillian Finlay. Gillian.
Hi, I'm Gillian Findlay. I'm the Curatorial and Engagement Manager at Museums Galleries Edinburgh, a trustee of the MA and one of the judges for this year's award. And I am so excited to announce that the winner of the Radical Changemaker Award 2020 is Aditi Anand of the Migration Museum. We are thrilled to be giving this prize to Aditi. The judges agreed absolutely that her work in developing the Migration Museum's new home in a former shopping centre in Lewisham and her efforts to establish high-quality, relevant exhibitions with and for her local community made her a truly radical change maker. Aditi's work has created opportunities for people from all walks of life to participate and engage in dialogue with each other, both through her exhibitions such as Room to Breathe and through her partnership work with local organisations and schools. The judges felt that Aditi was a true trailblazer in rapidly creating exhibitions and immersive experiences that explored themes of migration, identity, and belonging in ways which invite audiences to engage, reflect, and debate. Many congratulations, Aditi.
It was a complete shock and a great honor to win this award, and especially to be in the company of my amazing co-nominees. This award means a lot, not just to me personally, but to the entire Migration Museum team. I feel incredibly lucky to work with such a dedicated and passionate group of people. The Migration Museum started as an ambitious idea to create a national museum that reflects the role that migration has always played in our national story. And I hope we've shown that we can create a museum of people's stories, and that these stories can help us create dialogue across divides. And this award just gives me that confidence to continue doing the work we're doing and trying to push the idea of what a museum can be. So I'd really like to thank the Museums Association and the judges for this honor.
Yes, well done, Aditi. Our next award is for the Best Small Museum Project. We want to recognise the fact that across the UK, it's very often the smaller museums that are most embedded in local community life, the most creative and the best able to respond to communities' needs. Small museums everywhere are changing lives, and we have an absolutely cracking shortlist of museums for this category. So let's find out a little bit more about them. The first nominee is the Museum of Cornish Life for its Digital Dialings project. The Digital Dialings project has been promoting better mental health and well-being for local people in care homes since 2019. Created by Susanna Webster, the project was designed to trial the use of tablets to create a live link between the museum and care homes, offering a bespoke guided visit for residents, and it's been hugely successful in supporting the well-being of people in care. The second project on the shortlist is the Dylan Thomas Centre for their project Literature and Trauma. Literature and Trauma is a writing project for refugees and asylum seekers in Swansea, enabling people to tell their unique stories through poetry and prose. The museum provides play facilities for children and free bus tickets to remove the barrier of travel costs. Sessions are led by Cameroonian writer Eric Ngal Charles, whose personal experience of displacement and asylum provides a safe space for participants to express themselves. And the final nominee is the Museum of Ordinary People for their project, These Times, Collecting Contemporary Culture. These Times is a project initiated in March 2020 in response to lockdown, which received overwhelming engagement from members of the public across the UK who were in need of a healing creative outlet during a time of emotional turmoil and uncertainty. Museum of Ordinary People delivered notebooks to people's doorsteps, and participants were asked to document their daily life in a notebook using any creative method they preferred. MOOP is now collecting the completed journals for a future exhibition. So let's go now to our judge, Diana Joki, to find out who's won the Best Small Museum Project Award. Over to you, Diana.
I'm Diana Joki. I'm the Communities Curator at the John Hansard Gallery, an MA board member, and one of the judges on this year's Museum Change Lives Award. And I am delighted to announce that this year's winner for the Best Small Museum Project is Dylan Thomas Center for their Literature and Trauma project. Congratulations. The judges love this project in particular because it builds on the team's long-standing commitment to supporting asylum seekers in Swansea. It uses personal stories as a way of making newcomers to the city feel at home and helps to create a sense of belonging in the city's cultural institutions and in the wider city. Furthermore, the project itself was so thoughtful and considerate, with supporting little things such as free bus tickets for participants proving crucial to the overall success of the project. We can't wait to see the published works that are currently being compiled by Eric Ngal Charles, who led the work with the participants. Congratulations to everyone at the Dylan Thomas Center.
So I just want to start by saying that, in fact, I don't know if you can see this, we weren't just nominated, the Dylan Thomas Centre has actually won the museum's Change Lives Award.
That's brilliant. We're really excited to find out the news that the Dylan Thomas Service has won this award. It's testament to Swansea Council's long-standing commitment to working with refugee and asylum-seeking community. And it's been brilliant working with Eric on this project, and we're looking forward to the next stage of our adventures together.
To find out that we've won is so brilliant, and I think it just shows all of the participants, all of the writers in that course, that what they did was really important.
I'm extremely happy that the Dylan Thomas has won this award, because this thing about displacement, people who take part in these workshops have been displaced. They've lost their homes and everything, but we've created a space which is not just for literature and trauma, but it's like a melting pot for people from all over the world, because we have so much diversity in this group. To be nominated was one thing, then finding out today that we've won, I want to go and bring my drum and play it out in the park, but I don't know if the rules of social distancing will permit. So I'm so excited and I'm happy, and long may it continue. Hip, hip, hooray!
Well done to the Dylan Thomas Centre team. Now we're moving on to the most topical award today, the Best Lockdown Project. This year has been an enormous challenge for everyone in the sector, but it's also been a time of great energy and creativity. Museums adapted and responded to working from home with lightning speed, and that's been reflected in the enormous number of entries that we've had for this award, which celebrates how our sector and our people have dealt with this year's extraordinary circumstances. So let's have a look at our shortlist. First up, we have the National Justice Museum for their project, Letters of Constraint, an invitation to be heard. Letters of Constraint was an open invitation to people outside the museum to write a reflective letter during the COVID-19 lockdown. The participatory approach encouraged empathy and community dialogue, and the results offer a glimpse into a mass societal constraint told through individual experiences of isolation over 6 weeks. The project built on Constraint Restraint, a co-produced exhibition at the museum that had opened in February, featuring restraints from the museum collection, and it'll provide a long-term addition to the collection of the museum, chartering the experience of lockdown. Next on the shortlist, we have Hastings Museum and Art Gallery for their project, Hastings Digital Museum. Hastings Digital Museum was set up to reduce social isolation and loneliness exacerbated by lockdown. Its aim was to give people remote access to meaningful cultural activities using the museum's collections and resources. Over 24 weeks, it produced projects for social media to get people involved and working together, including online immersive games, community art projects, creative courses, and family activities and competitions. It had substantial reach in the local community and beyond, and garnered great feedback from participants. And finally on the shortlist, we have 7 Stories, the National Centre for Children's Books, for their project supporting families in BYKER during lockdown. 7 Stories responded to the fact that many families in their local area of BYKER had very few resources at home to entertain children and support creative play during lockdown. The museum launched several initiatives as part of a community-wide response, working with groups such as Bernardo's Community Family Hub and Food Nation to distribute food, books, family activity and recipe packs and snacks, and providing Facebook story times and doorstep stories for individual families. That's a brilliant shortlist, but who's won? Let's go to our judge, Esme Ward, to find out. Esme.
Hi, I'm Esme Ward and I'm Director of Manchester Museum and one of the judges for this year's Museum Change Lives Award. It is my great honour to announce the award for the Best Lockdown Project goes to 7 Stories, the National Centre for Children's Books, for supporting families in BYKER during lockdown. Congratulations. I mean, I'll be honest, the judges loved pretty much everything about this project. You really got the sense of a museum that was attuned to the needs of its communities. They acted quickly, thoughtfully to support local families with literacy, homeschooling, and they did that both online and on the doorstep via storytelling sessions. But what we really loved as well is that they worked in partnership with multiple organisations and businesses. So they were not only delivering literacy and books and resources, but also food and recipe packs, cooking demonstrations, gardening inspirations, and much, much more. And so in spite of a very small budget, their impact was far-reaching and felt across BYKER. They're such worthy winners, and massive congratulations to each and every one of you at 7 Stories.
Thank you so much. At 7 Stories, we love making sure that children, young people, everyone really can have the chance to have a fun, exciting, invigorating time with children's literature, and creating projects that give the chance to have fun, especially at a time when it's that little bit harder and everything's a little more of a struggle, is just so exciting, and to be recognised for that is so wonderful. Thank you so much for this award.
This really spurs us on to want to do more work with our collections to support children and young people. So thank you so much. We really need to say thank you on behalf of our fantastic team who've really put their hearts into this work over lockdown. Thank you to Museums Association. Thank you to our partners who we've delivered this work with. We need to thank our funders who have enabled this work to happen. But most importantly, we really want to thank the children, young people and families who have welcomed us onto their doorsteps, into their front gardens, into their schools, on screens, and just really given us something to smile about, and really inspired us. So thank you everybody, we're absolutely delighted to win this award.
Well done to 7 Stories. Now to our final award of the day, the Best Museums Change Lives Project Award. Every year, this award goes to the project that is at the very cutting edge of museum practice and which shows how museums are changing lives and making a difference to the people they serve. I know the judges had a really brilliant time this year coming up with the shortlist for this category. So let's have a look who's on it. First up, it's the National Justice Museum for their project, Choices and Consequences, a knife crime prevention programme. Choices and Consequences is a series of workshops within the police station and cells at the museum, aiming to stop a young person picking up a knife and facilitating learning about the lifelong consequences of knife crime to both victim and perpetrator. Since July 2019, Choices and Consequences has engaged with 1,281 participants, including young people on court orders who can access the initiative as part of their intervention programme. The second nominee is the National Maritime Museum Cornwall for Tattoo, British Tattoo Art Revealed on Tour. Launched in 2018, this 2-year touring exhibition brought together the latest academic research combined with the largest gathering of original tattoo artwork and artefacts ever assembled. Following a successful run in Cornwall, it toured around the UK to coastal towns which all showed similar problems of deprivation. Each host used the exhibition as a springboard to create extraordinary projects relevant to their particular capacity, collection and community. And our final nominee is National Museums Northern Ireland, in collaboration with Nerve Centre, Northern Ireland Museums Council and Northern Ireland Screen for their project, REIMAGINE, REMAKE, REPLAY. This project connects 4,000 16 to 25-year-olds to heritage in meaningful ways, enabling them to explore museum collections using the latest digital technologies. Participants gained experience of event management, digital fabrication, and emerging technology, filmmaking, and digital storytelling. As well as producing exciting and unique outputs, the project creates opportunities for young people to develop their ideas and enhance their professional and personal development. So that's our final shortlist for the Museums Change Lives Awards. And to find out our winner, we're going to our final judge, Moira Sinclair.
Hello everyone, I'm Moira Sinclair, Chief Executive of the Paul Hamlyn Foundation, and it's been my absolute delight to be one of the judges for this year's awards. I have the magic envelope here, so without further ado, I'm very happy to announce that the winner of this year's Museums Change Lives project is REIMAGINE, REMAKE, REPLAY, a collaboration between National Museums Northern Ireland, the Northern Ireland Museums Council, the Nerve Centre and Northern Ireland Screen. The judges were big fans of this ambitious project, which connects young people and heritage. We loved it because it's really making a difference to young people's lives, some 4,000 of them. Importantly, this is a truly youth-led project, prioritising their ideas and experiences rather than prescribing outcomes, and increasing their involvement in decision-making, as well as offering skills development in areas including digital, tech, heritage, event management, and lots more. And this is a project that's having an impact not only on young people's lives, but is also helping to change the organisations that are hosting them. Museums across Northern Ireland are gaining new skills, insights and ways of working by participating in this amazing project. So many congratulations to everyone involved.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Thank you Museums Association for this gorgeous award. I'd also like to thank the Heritage Lottery Fund who fund all our activities. A big huge thank you to our brilliant consortium of partner organisations, the Nerve Centre, NI Screen, National Museums Northern Ireland and Northern Ireland Museums Council. A big huge thank you of course to the museums that we work with. Thank you for being so welcoming and open to all our crazy ideas. A huge thank you to the rest of the RRR team, small but mighty. The hard work, enthusiasm and energy is second to none. Also, a big mention as well has to go to our freelancers and everybody that we collaborate with, always wowing us with their skills and expertise. But the biggest thank you today has to go to our young people, our participants, our beloved RRR community. If we didn't pick up on what they put forward and work off their ideas and opinions and talents and skills, I would not be doing this speech today. So RRR crew, this is for you.
Well done National Museum Northern Ireland and your brilliant partners. So there you have it, 4 fabulous winners of the Museums Change Lives Awards 2020. We're so pleased to be able to hold these awards and to recognise the best practice in museums across the UK. Of course, we'd have loved to be able to celebrate in person with all our nominees and winners and with you. But that'll have to be for next year's awards at MA Conference in Liverpool 2021. I hope you've been inspired by what you've seen today and perhaps you're thinking already about entering next year. Thank you again to all our judges for this year's awards and most of all to our winners, nominees and everyone who took the time to enter and inspire us with your brilliant practice. Congratulations to all of you.